you can expect in the world energetically over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Well, I'm here to help you with that, my friend. Good bless one, everyone. I'm Aurea Eden, and this is Daily Energy with daily predictions, your news before the news. Good bless one is my way to greet. It means good, blessed, and wonderful. Today's energy is about bringing in the new. This day is going to bring in new innovation, entrepreneurship. It's going to highlight mathematics as well as different forms of technology we're going to see being introduced. It's going to focus on quantity because we're dealing with mathematics. So we're going to see things done in a massive scale here, big, enormous. This energy, you know how they say people doing it big? Well, this energy is one that likes to do it big. It doesn't like to really cut corners, and it has a tendency to punish those who do try to cut corners. This energy is very strict, very meticulous. It's very precise. And so we're going to see news about this coming up in the over the next 1 to 3 days or so. This is what's going to be highlighted. This energy also likes to keep face, right? So it likes to present an image. And the image it likes to present is a professional image. It's an image that will cause people to see it in a nice light. So it influences others to do the same. So a lot of your businessmen, celebrities, people that are in leadership status, your religious professions, they're going to stand out in a way that is going to make them seem as though they're doing what it is they have been called to do, and on a massive scale. So basically, this is people basically being philanthropists, if I said that right, because y'all know I like to do. Anyways, you're going to see humanitarian acts to a certain extent, a lot of compassion coming in, people stepping up, and doing what they need to do to make a difference, I feel like. But on the other side of that, you have those who are doing it because they are genuine, and then you have those who are doing it because they're putting up a front, who will later try to basically steal you out of the house and home that they claim to be giving you. You see? So in the meantime, between time, it's going to be something that's needed. But you're still supposed to be watchful in this energy of people who are trying to swindle and cheat you. 11:11 on my clock, because there are swindlers and cheaters in this energy. Also, this energy is going to highlight the fact that, as I told you before, that missteps will be costly. That's why this energy is so meticulous, especially in the realms of when you're working with machines. I'm seeing a lot of like incidents dealing with forestry incidents, people collecting timber, and also fire incidents, and then also incidents when it comes down to accidents with machinery. If you hear a rambling sound, because sound is highlighted today, so you might hear like a rambling sound or a rambling noise or something like that. Engines have a tendency to break down in this energy. It could be like minor machine failures, with like nuts and bolts being out of place and stuff like that. But nonetheless, this energy combined with Mercury retrograde coming up here next week, then it kind of like sets the stage for annoyance and irritation a bit. So you may see someone who values their work and their work seems to go wrong, okay? Be gentle with your opinions over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And I say that is we should focus on delivery, because when it comes this agitation and all of this stuff, this irritation, I see that, people get violent over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And these are like crimes of passion, like in the heat of the moment, like arguments. I am picking up on, we just had an incident with someone attacking someone with a hammer. Guess what? I'm seeing that again. Mushrooms. It is a time to wear mushrooms. You should be able to find mushrooms out and about. But look, make sure you know what it is you're picking, okay? Because they're not all created equal. And we just seen an event to where there was something that came up about a woman who cooked a nice meal full of mushrooms, and they were like poisonous mushrooms, you see. So I say all of that to say is that this could be, I've been picking up on contaminated food for quite some time, things being contaminated. I'm seeing discoloration with water and stuff like that. We may hear some more about the mushroom lady and her intentions to appeal the court's decisions here. Because I do feel like she thinks that she's innocent. But you know me, I'm not a medical doctor, nor am I a legal professional of any kind or a financial advisor. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. But if you know like I know, then you know. Okay? So, this is also going to be times where you're going to see a lot of things starting up. And it's good to start it now, because you definitely don't want to start it up in Mercury retrograde, okay? Which starts, I want to say, on July 17th, okay? Could be July 15th. I say July 15th. Records say July 17th. But when you get to July 15th, look, you don't want to sign no contracts, okay? You don't really want to start anything new. You want to work on what you've been working on, complete that out. Here, things can get lost in translation, etc., etc. Here. And so over the next 1 to 3 days, we're going to see, specifically today, we're going to see information coming in about leadership, new startups, communication, information systems, AI, technology, genetics, okay? We're going to hear something in the news over the next 1 or 3 days about genetics. And also we're going to see that there's going to be a lot of nature, gardening energy here. We're going to see today, it is going to be a good time to spend some time out in nature and basically enjoy, okay? If you have not been doing that, this is going to be your time to enjoy, because I'm specifically supposed to tell someone who has been down and who has been brokenhearted. I'm supposed to tell you that this is your day to put that to the side and try to get up again, okay? Try to get up again. Like, take this day and try to enjoy, for the most part, for the best of your abilities to do so, okay? They're specifically highlighting, put on a favorite movie, watch your favorite movie. This is a time for you to laugh it out. And if you need to, watch a drama so you can cry it out. But they want you to know that this too shall pass, okay? This too shall pass, all right? You can do this. I know it hurts. And for some of you, it might be way too soon. But energetically, it wants to give you a hug. And energetically, it wants to spend some time with you. So, my friends, take this time to enjoy the breath that you breathe. Okay? So I'm also seeing that when you're out in nature, you do want to be mindful of certain things. You want to be mindful of fires, of tree falling, of I'm seeing animal attacks, specifically swine, okay, boars. I see a lot of boar activity. And so you want to be mindful of that when you're out and about. If you hear like grunts and stuff like that, find your nearest fence to climb to or your tree, okay, get high up in it. But we may see some incidents of, swine attacks and stuff like that, boar attacks, accidents with that coming in the news over the next 1 to 3 days, as well as there's the likelihood for different animal attacks. Okay, not just boar, but I'm seeing squid attacks as well, stingrays, sharks. We're still in that energy, especially for those who do like late night fishing or late night swimming and stuff like that. So you want to be mindful of these things. This energy, although it does have some agitation and frustration, it is energy that wants to gain and build trust. Okay, it is energy that wants to enlist and bring people on to a common goal. Okay, in order to reach a common goal and to in order to see dreams to reality. But in doing that, sometimes it loses sight of reality. And this energy, as we talked about yesterday, it has a tendency to be a little bit forceful. Okay. So if your bosses seem to be on one today, it's because they got some goals. Okay. And if you are not going to be on board with them reaching those goals in about 4 days, 3 to 4 days, you're going to find out if they feel like you're not aligning with those goals. Okay. So I'm seeing here, we're going to see a lot in the news coming up about like, I told you, memorial services, undertaking service, funeral services, talks about that. I'm specifically seeing something coming up about temporary markers. I feel like these are headstones and stuff like this. This could be like dedication to these places that have experienced these traumatic incidents. But when I talked earlier about reality, I'm talking about augmented reality. We're going to see stuff coming in about virtual reality, new technology coming in that way. We're also going to see talks about, I'm going to say creatures, whether these are mythic creatures or like actual creatures. We're going to see more talk in the news over the next 1 or 3 days or so of people with creature sighting. Okay. And the sound that you could hear could sound a bit like clinging cymbals mixed with guitar, mixed with trumpet. Okay. It could sound a bit like that. And I want to say, if once we hear that sound again, that is the sound of what we call angels, and it's taking us to the next level in this thing. Okay, did you hear that sound? Because I know me and Jeremiah did. Okay, I'll tell y'all that story another time if I haven't told you, but it's a real thing. And we looked all in that room. And I thought I was hearing things, right? And I looked up in the corner and Jeremiah pointed to the corner and he said, it wasn't even just us in the room. His grandma was there too. She didn't hear nothing. He pointed to the corner. He said, "Oh, look." And so I knew I wasn't crazy because I heard it. He saw it. Okay. So when I see this, so if you hear a noise, sometimes it might just be rattling. Okay. Engine rattling. Even be cautious of rattle snakes, be cautious of that. one thing that you can do that I noticed at work is keep a vial of vinegar with you. Okay, a little spray bottle of vinegar. Okay, you walk up on something, stay real still, spray that vinegar, and it'll go the other way. Okay. I just notice when I see these creeper crawlers come in places that they unwanted, I put me some vinegar out. You know, you can use salt and vinegar to clear out some stuff. You know what I mean? So sometimes you need to use that salt and vinegar. Okay. Yeah. That's what I've noticed that works here. Okay. So, I'm also seeing here, something coming in about overindulgence. We want to be mindful of overindulgence, because it's in the energy, but to some extent, you're being told to enjoy. I told you earlier it's a good time to watch a movie. For some of you, it's going to the movies. Some of you, it's going to be, the movies is going to be busy, okay? I'm seeing cinemas and pictures and Netflix and new movies coming out and all this stuff. So, it's a lot of movie activity we're going to hear in the news over the next 1 to 3 days as well. I'm also seeing, some like people going on like sprees. This could be like shopping sprees and stuff like that. Leisure activity, vacations. I am picking up on here. Some places even to some people will even be going to tropical places here, because I'm picking up a lot of tropical energy coming in. So we'll hear more about the tropics over the next 1 to 3 days. Here, I'm seeing poetry and words of art we're going to see coming in the news over the next 1 or 3 days here. This could be works of old here, but I'm seeing things are going to be epic. Okay, some names coming in. I got Milton, possibly Homer, Anna, Ben. Here's what I'm seeing. I also saw Brad. So Brad is in the energy as well. Some places that this energy is going to affect: America, India, Pakistan, Nebraska, New England, India, the French Riviera, Italy, England, and Wales. So we'll hear news coming in about these places over the next 1 to 3 days or so, or something significant happening in these places over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Here, I'm seeing a lot coming in about history and tradition.